We live in a world where greatness is commonly understood. It means to be strong, to be powerful, to be famous, to be networked, to have all kinds of gifts to be able to make a huge difference with. And into this world came a little man by the name of Henry Nouwen, and he began to write about his aches and his hurts and his weakness. And one of his books, maybe most famous, one of his titles, has haunted me and millions of other people ever since we first came across it, Wounded Healer. That wonderful word healer promises something that every one of us aches for, even though we don't know quite why or how. But then in the providence of God, we become healed together. We become healed in community. We become healed not so much by people who have these great gifts and abilities and networks and resources, but by wounded healers. And in this, Henry was pointing backwards towards the one who came 2,000 years ago, who came also in brokenness and in poverty and in failure and in defeat, and was crucified on a cross. And that, of course, was the great sign of failure for a wannabe Messiah. And yet all the strong ones are faded and forgotten, and yet his influence, his power, his movement keeps going on. I'm looking forward so much to being together with a whole group of folks that have been deeply impacted by Henry Nouwen and by this notion, by the power, by the paradox of wounded healers. And I want to talk about why it is that God uses wounds to heal. And in particular, the notion of wintry spirituality. You know, we live in a culture that a lot of times loves sunny days, and we love summertime. And I live in California, for crying out loud, where it's summer all the time, and we love that. But in the providence of God, there is this reality of winter. And often God moves, often God speaks, often God heals in the darkness in a way that doesn't happen in the light, in defeat in a way that doesn't happen in victory, in woundedness in a way that doesn't happen with strength. And I'm looking so much forward to gathering together with other people who long to be wounded healers and who want to be a part of this great movement of wounded healing that Henry Nouwen did so much to inspire. So I hope I get to see you there.